Well, our story last week on the so-called Ground Zero mosque in downtown New York generated a lot of comments out there in viewerland, and this week on that score, the latest edition of Time magazine has been asking a very pointed question. Well, given the nature of the debate thus far, I would have thought the answer to that question was becoming obvious. Well, the temperature in what is already a heated issue is set to go right up. In 2 weeks' time, on September the 11th to be precise, controversial Dutch politician Geert Wilders is planning to actually be at Ground Zero in the Big Apple to spread his unapologetically anti-Islam message. Not too long ago, Wilders was seen as little more than a right-wing racist crank. But when Mark Davis recently caught up with him in Amsterdam, he found that the Dutch, like this country as we speak, were in the throes of cobbling together a new government. And the divisive Geert Wilders could well be the kingmaker.
It's a fine day in Amsterdam, and a very Dutch homecoming parade is underway. The city has come out in force for its defeated World Cup team. The best of the Dutch spirit and national pride is on display. But there's a darker side of Dutch nationalism that's being played out here right now, and it's anything but in the background.
Elke dag arriveren er nieuwe vliegtuigen, vol met nieuwe gelukzoekers. De sluizen staan nog steeds wagenwijd open. Hoofddoekjes, boerka's, minaretten, uitkeringsafhankelijkheid, misdaad. Het houdt maar niet op. Wat Nederland nu nodig heeft, is een immigratiestop voor mensen uit moslimlanden. We moeten weer zelf gaan uitmaken.
Geert Wilders' time has come.
De Partij voor de Vrijheid.
A long-time politician, it seems he's found a key message that's hitting the right notes for the Dutch electorate. TV commercials are often overly dramatic, but in person, Wilders can make his ads seem almost subtle.
Our culture, which is based on Christianity, Judaism and humanism, is better than the retarded Islamic culture. And this is tough to say, but it's true. And we should defend who we are and get rid of this cultural relativism, because at the end of the day, it will kill us.
You can be proud of your own culture, but why use terms like retarded? I mean, it's a deeply offensive term, is it not?
Well, if it's true, I don't care if people are offended. My aim is not to offend people. We don't have anything against Muslims if people behave according to our laws.
But you do. You do.
No, I don't.
Something against Muslims. How can you say that on one hand? You don't want any of them here, and then say you've got nothing against Muslims. You've got a lot against them.
No, we don't have. I even acknowledge the fact that the majority of the Muslims in the Western world, and certainly also in the Netherlands today, are law-abiding people. But still, the more Islam would come to our free society, the more the Islamic culture would become dominant, the less freedom we will get.
En dat is goed nieuws voor dit multiculti-kabinet dat buigen voor de...
In Parliament since 1998, Wilders has been largely a fringe figure.
Een hondenbelasting. We hadden een vliegtax. We hebben nog steeds een verpakkingentax. En waarom dan niet, mijn eerste voorstel, de introductie van een hoofddoekjesbelasting. Een kopvoddentax, zou ik het willen noemen. Gewoon, voorzitter, 1 keer per jaar een vergunning halen en dan meteen even aftikken. Ik zou zeggen, de vervuiler betaalt.
A figure easily mocked by the major parties.
Het kabinet...
Mevrouw Kant. Ja, voorzitter, het is te absurd om op te reageren, maar ik ben ook voor een tax. Een tax op peroxide in haar, want ik vind het ook een beetje vervuilend af en toe.
But no one is laughing now.
Dat is ons voorstel.
Collega Wilders.
In the June national elections, Geert Wilders' Freedom Party, against all predictions, achieved a stunning result.
Het onmogelijke.
The biggest party in the Netherlands won 31 seats. Geert Wilders' party won 24. And polling this week suggests that he now leads the most popular party in the Netherlands.
Meer veiligheid, minder criminaliteit, minder immigratie en minder islam is waarvoor Nederland voor kiest.
Wilders has moved from the fringe of politics to being a kingmaker in the current coalition negotiations.
The Netherlands is a democracy. We won fair and square in a transparent democratic way. And 1.5 million people in Holland made us the biggest winner of the Dutch elections a few weeks ago.
Now why? What do you put it down to?
We are not part of the political elite. We are a new political party. Second, we are the only party that really says, as strong as we do, that we are fed up with the mass immigration from non-Western countries, more especially from Islamic countries.
Kom op, Fleur. Zoals u ziet is het niet altijd makkelijk om tegen de stroom in te roeien. Maar het gaat hartstikke goed met de Partij voor de Vrijheid. Steeds meer mensen steunen ons. En daarom...
Like him or not, Wilders' rise in the past 12 months has been spectacular. This was his first TV ad when the election was announced. It wasn't announcing policies, it was a call for candidates.
Wil u ons nou helpen? Stuur dan een uitgebreide motivatiebrief met een cv naar kandidaat.
A call answered by scores of like-minded citizens, many now parliamentarians, who shared his views about ending all Islamic migration to the Netherlands and, they hope, to all of Europe.
Dan hebben we extra hulp nodig.
But of course you have to use arguments, and I have a lot of arguments, a lot of facts. It's very difficult to make clear to the people that Islam is not just another leaf of the tree on the tree of religions. It's not to be compared with Christianity. It's a violent ideology like communism and fascism, and we should deal with it that way. If we don't, at the end of the day, Islam will eat us.
Het feest begint hier los te komen. We moeten even wachten tot we Geert Wilders zelf kunnen...
When the election results were announced, every party declared that none of them would negotiate with Wilders.
I have now more than 50% of the vote. My party is the third biggest party in the Dutch parliament. In the polls we are by far the largest party in parliament now. So believe me, if I really would be extreme in the Netherlands as a tolerant country, I would have 0.02% of the vote.
But after 2 months of failed coalition talks in The Hague, Wilders' bloc has proven too tempting for the Liberals and the Christian Democrats. It's widely reported now that Wilders will form a government with them next week.
We want a stop of building more mosques. We don't want more Islamic symbolism in the Netherlands.
And there can be little doubt about what his policy demands will be.
We want the closure of Islamic schools.
A ban on the burqa and on the Quran among them.
So if there is a political will, and if there is
a rather bizarre immigration test that ensures that not only Muslims are blocked, but anyone tainted through association as well.
It's possible. It will be possible, and we will all benefit from it.
I can accept you clearly have problems with Islam, but it's in the definition, isn't it? And it's in the implementation. How do you bring in a rule that says you'll have immigrants from around the world, but not if you're Muslim? Is there a form?
No, it's not. Once again, our criterion is not whether you are Muslim or not. We say no immigration from everybody from Muslim countries. It means that if you are not a Muslim and you come from Egypt, you are also not accepted.
I'm a Christian from Lebanon. I'm not.
You will not be. No immigration.
I'm a Jew.
From Islamic
I'm a Jew from Egypt.
From whatever country you are from, as long as it's an Islamic country, and the United Nations has a list. What are the Islamic countries? A country where more than 50% of the people are Muslim indeed, and those people from those countries are not allowed to come. So we are not saying that if you are Muslim, we are saying if you come from that country. In reality, it means that 99% of those people are Muslim indeed. I agree with that, but this is not the criteria.
In cities like Rotterdam, with large migrant populations, it can be an edgy moment to even raise Geert Wilders' name.
Do you feel under threat?
Yeah, of course. Every Islamist gets threatened in this time. I see it actually like a fool was talking, you know.
When Geert Wilders walk here in Rotterdam, and I see him, he's a dead man.
Dead man, well he might be too.
He motherfucker dead.
To others, like local councillor Fatima Lemkaret, Wilders' victory inspires more fear than anger.
There are so many voters that don't know that the PVV, his party, that they want to ethnically register everybody in Holland. There are a lot of people who don't even read what he wants.
Fatima works as a social worker, mostly in the Muslim areas of Rotterdam, and claims that many of her clients and friends, all Dutch citizens, are considering leaving Holland.
I was really disappointed.
Disturbed not so much by Wilders, but by the sudden affirmation of his views by so many Dutch.
You watch TV, if you read the newspapers, you feel a little bit threatened, but